Beep, beep, beep. Very good thing. Let me just check how this is going, or I can send it to my. I can get it on. Yes. What is that? What's going on there? Is that how it's. Okay, something's bad. Is that. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna video capture, drop the video capture, and then. I know what I'm gonna do. Here. Not working right. Why is this not going? There we go. Well, let's see how that works. Oh boy, that grew super huge again. Not what I want ever. Ah, gotta see this even went through. Sorry, I did not want it to go this way. There it goes. Ah, apparently it's just my phone that I was mis-screening it. Okay. Well, all that trial and error for nothing. My headphones in, so I can actually hear what I'm playing. So yeah, I'm going to kind of a little bit of discussion about this game, Sonic Frontiers, and admittedly why it. Now, my goal here is not to be negative. I'm hoping that I can have a positive opinion for the most part, but just like point out some issues with the game and why it doesn't like live up to its full potential and what they could do better in like future Sonic games. And that's pretty much my goal here. Um yeah, just to point out some of the things about like what's not perfect about this game and what could have been like helped it improve to its full potential. Um, so yeah, and I wish that this. I mean, I don't know how to record not live. Unfortunately, I think live videos don't really last long. Dun dun. Unfortunately, live videos like they stay on YouTube, but they don't keep long. But like they don't get recommended long after the recording is up, which I'm kind of disappointed by that because I'm kind of want this to last longer, this discussion. So, like, you know, because I think it's important for a longer run. It's like, I don't want to just go like, oh yeah, I said what I said and now it's done. Because I want this to be, I want what I'm saying, I would like to think, which I doubt it, many people are going to watch this. I would like what I say to like, that could work for future Sonic games. And unfortunately, just by doing it live, it's gonna be like forgotten and it's gonna like lose its relevance kind of over time. Or like quickly it's gonna be forgotten. And so like everything I have to say here is just gonna not remain known very long. Which is sad because I think that I have some very important points for this game and how it could be better. But I mean, I don't know if anybody's gonna even say this, but yeah, I mean, so Sonic Frontiers is not a bad game. That's not what I'm saying. I just think that like it loses potential like partway through, and that's why I kind of started on Raya Island. I don't know. I started on this island because I feel like this is kind of where I realized, oh man, this game might not be all that I hope it is. And so I feel like, yeah, this is the point in the game where it's like, oh man, we're almost done because I was like, oh, we got 2 islands left, and then suddenly we end up in this island, and it's like, and then we find out that this island doesn't have much to it. It's not like much for exploration. It's just you just climb a few towers. All these buildings, there's a lot of cool buildings and stuff, but they don't really have anything to them. Like, you can't collect anything here, which, just exploration. If you just want to do exploration, great, but, like, it feels kind of pointless to do exploration if there's nothing to be gained from the exploration. At least in a video game. Other than, like, the scenery and stuff, which is good, but it's just, like, doesn't leave you with much, and it's like you're suddenly like, wait a second, so we're not getting 5 full islands, and like it's essentially just a little. It's like basically Chronos Island 2.0. So it's not really, it kind of like that leaves a lot to be desired, and it's like, oh man, this is what we're getting, this is all we get, and like kind of you're like, oh wait, does that mean that the fifth island is gonna be like this? Are we pretty much done with the game? Are we on the climax? Fortunately, the next island actually was a full island, but still, this is where it just kind of hit the point of where you're just like, oh no, this is not everything that I hoped it would be. There's so much less to this game than, it was all building up towards. And yeah, it kind of just made me sad the moment I realized that. Um, okay, so you may wonder about the graphics. I've seen graphics online, and apparently, yeah, this is a Nintendo Switch version, so it may not have the same graphic quality as the other game systems. But yeah, there's like no reason, like you see the towers here, and there's no reason to go out of course. There's like all this empty places. What's the purpose of going there? Because there's nothing to do there. Um, and fortunately, they've decided to add some of these. In the update, they've added these cool musical things that you can pick up. Although, I like to prefer listen to the actual in-game music because I want this game to have its own nostalgia, not be based off of nostalgia of old games. So, um, yeah, so in a way, I kind of. But, I mean, it still gives you something to explore the island for, and that's why I came here. I mean, that's why this is not entirely a bad thing to explore. I can explore this island, pick up some extra bonuses while I'm here, and, that would be fun. At the very least, it leaves me a little bit of something to look forward to, not just empty running. There's actually a plot here. And that's not even one of the major towers. That just is a tower. Oh my goodness, so this tower basically was nothing until the musical instrument things came. And there's all this stuff to explore, but no reason to. There's no Cocos, no characters to talk to. Nothing. It's just. And, um, so, yeah, it kind of just makes this feel kind of less than you'd hope for. Um, you feel like this is missing out on so much of the potential that it has here. And, yeah, I mean, like, I understand the towers, climb the towers, and that could be the main mission. But, like, why can't we have extra stuff here, like extra characters? I know this was a false expectation, so, it's not really a realistic thing to ask for, but, I guess I was kind of hoping that, there are 5 islands, there are 5 characters to talk to, um, and then you have this, whatever it's called, you have this Sonic Twitter takeover, and I was like, oh, this is to and I saw it afterwards, but it was like, this is to promote the Sonic Frontier. So when I looked at it, it was like, there are 6 characters. One of them is Sonic. He's playable. So does that mean in each island we can, like talk to each of the characters? Like in the first one, it's Amy, then Knuckles and Tails. And then so does that mean on Rhea Island we're going to talk to Shadow? Because he was in that. And then on the 5th one, we're going to talk to Eggman. And yeah, Sage. I mean, it's cool that Sage was in all of them except for Rhea Island. But we end up just in a situation where you're like, oh, is Shadow going to be in this game? And nope, he's not. Fortunately, Shadow is in this other game that I played. Yeah, so I was like, are we finally gonna get some Shadow because we haven't had him in a long time? Apparently, I mean, he is in Sonic Forces. All the characters are in Sonic Forces, which I think is kind of cool, even if they're not playable. I'm glad that we at least get their appearance. But this game basically defaults back to the main team of just Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, and not bring in any of the new characters, not develop those characters, and it kind of is a sad thing to have happen, you know? I want I want some continuity with the characters. And we get a lot of references to other games, so that's kind of cool. But then I don't know, it's just I get here and it's like this is all there is, you know? No exploration. See, not even here. There's all this cool stuff here, but no Coco, no nothing. It's just whatever. Ah, what did I do? And so there's my music note. But what flows up there? There's climby stuff up there, but we've already picked up this music note. Open your heart, gonna be alright. Oops. Oh, I like this song. This kind of is a fitting song. I almost am tempted to listen to this, but I'm like, well, Sonic Adventure has to be like its own unique game with Sonic. We gotta let like Sonic Adventure be its own game and let Sonic Adventure have Sonic Adventure nostalgia. If we want Sonic Frontiers nostalgia, we gotta keep on with Sonic Frontiers. We gotta let Sonic Frontiers build its own nostalgia. So I feel like, you know, the music stuff is a cool concept, but I don't really know if it's just this island's so empty and it's kind of sad. But I'm gonna just do it. This seems like peaceful exploration music. The story's done, so so you know, Sonic could be remembering other stuff that kind of are related. But yeah, it's just there's so much potential. Wait, this is I'm here. Wrong one. Okay, default. But yeah, I think that leads it to maybe the biggest problem with this game is just that I was gonna just loop around it and whatever. Sadly, yeah, I have seen the graphics of like, these are still decent. It's just like the graphics of the other system is way better, and it's kind of like, ah, man. Like, the flowers go ahead, and then when I get closer, they just blink out. I don't know. But I mean, ooh. Were these springs added afterwards? Whoa. Oh, wait, that's just a that's one of the main towers. Yeah, that's a tower. Nothing much there to add to the mix. But, yeah, I guess I do feel mixed about the whole open world format. Like, okay, I think open world can work. But I feel like, yeah, and see, these are the best forests in the entire game. Like, a lot of the forests are just like run through it and you're done. But like, this is an actual forest. I feel immersed in this forest a little bit. And there's nothing here to explore. It's just a forest without nothing to it. I don't know. It just seems like I guess open world format. I'm kind of mixed about. It's like it's cool in some games, but then it ends up being used in like every single game, and it's kind of like, does every game need to be open world? And it's like, okay, so Sonic has done some semi-open worlds before. I kind of wish they would do semi-open worlds now. Like with Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2. Those are, I think, in my opinion, well, no, only the first Sonic Adventure and Sonic Unleashed. When did I see Sonic Adventure 2? Sonic Adventure and Sonic Unleashed. They were kind of open world games, and that was really fun. There's this whole tower here, and there's nothing to climb it. There's no way to climb it. Nothing to do up there. But Maybe there will be in another update. Yeah, this island, I don't know. I guess this island is kind of cool. There is another small detail that... See? All this, nothing to do here. All this except nothing to do here. Like, look at that cool tower. Not that tower. This cool ancient tower. And what do? We just do nothing. I don't know. So, these environments are cool. I just... there's just, so open world format. But, back to this topic, but, you know, I think the biggest disappointment of seeing this island, though, was after I was done with, after being done with Chaos Island. It's like, I'm just gonna see, after seeing, Kronos Island, Ares Island, ooh, desert, after, you know, grassland, desert, and then, like, a volcanic area, which kind of, felt kind of like semi-desert too, but after seeing those, it was like, oh, there's gonna be a new environment, and then we get dumped on Riot Island, and it's like just Kronos Island 2.0, just an extension of the island. No, nothing left to it other than more Kronos Island, and it's like, you know, I like the environment of this, but it's like we've already had this environment and Kronos Island, and now we're suddenly having this environment again, and that's all we have. And it kind of becomes a kind of really, really sad thing. It's like, no, we've already had this environment, and now we're going through it again. This is... we're basically reliving the same environment, and then it's like, okay, so maybe, you know, this is just, you know, maybe it's fine, maybe we don't, maybe we can just live with that. And then it's like, and then after this one, we end up going to the final island, and it's the same environment again. So that kind of was like, oh man, okay, so apparently, yep, we get these three environments, that's all we get. No, like, snowy place. There's a little bit of ice here, but it's not really, like, snowy. There's no, like, unique, like, really Sonic-y style, you know, very, um, fantastical locations. Just, you know, just, just desert, volcanic, and then three grasslands, which, three pretty much the same grasslands, and one of them is just an expansion of the first one. And I don't think I would have minded if it like advertised it as like 4 islands. Probably I would have been prepared. And then it could have just sent us back to Kronos Island, but an expansion of Kronos Island. Now that would have been cool, Kronos Island, right? Yeah. So like if this wasn't a totally different island supposedly, but it was more like just an expansion of the other island, and like as soon as we end up back here and we're like, oh, we're back on Kronos Island, but we have more to explore. Now that would have been a good way to market this island. We wouldn't be in Rhea Island, we'd be in an expansion of Kronos Island, which we thought was complete. So we kind of get the surprise of going like, oh, we get more. Oh, that's awesome. And yeah, and then I think this whole area would be like way more exciting in that case. And there would just be a whole bunch more, just, I don't know, like kind of sense of, wow, this is kind of more. There's more. And then a little bit more going on here. More in it could be fun, but there's not much. How do I just run up this anyway? Yeah, just give us a little bit more of this place. That would be fun. I mean, a little bit more to get here. The music notes are cool, but there's only so many music notes that they can put in. And instead of like here, like if there's gonna be one music note, a little bit more. But you see what I mean? It's just like there's so much that exploration, and then I just get kind of, you know, minimized to just whatever. This is all we get now. But Green Forest, what Sonic game is that? I don't even remember the names of every island. And I hope I haven't been muting out again, because I've found out I tend to do that. I'm gonna check my stream again. Green Forest. So yeah, that leads us to a few more points. So mainly it's just how this is marketed. I want more environments. I don't just want these three. And I understand the game probably was rushed again. A lot of Sonic games do get rushed. So, unfortunately, Sonic games can't be as great as I wish they could be sometimes, because they get rushed. I'm just gonna listen to... No, not Angel Island. This kind of feels weird for this place. I guess this could kind of be linked to Mystic Island, though, because we kind of, if you think about it, this whole area, Mystic Island, is kind of a, you know, linked to the Chaos Emerald. This actually predates the Chaos Emerald, so that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm gonna go on a totally different tangent here. It doesn't make any sense that the Chaos Emeralds came from space, or at least not in a time period close enough to the present where some of these stuff could still stand. Like, I don't think there'd be any ruins left if the Chaos Emeralds came to the planet when they were supposed to. And I mean, this is kind of cool because this area does remind me kind of maybe Scotland? But, why am I listening to this music? Because this is Scottish seeming. But, yeah, I guess the whole thing here is that, Frog Forest. I don't know, this is gonna be weird to play. I guess the whole thing here is that you know, I just want more environments to explore. And that's probably not what I was saying here, but oh yeah, what I was gonna say about the different worlds is that in the different worlds, like, if this came from space, well, haven't Gaia, Dark Gaia, and Light Gaia been fighting it out with Chaos Emeralds ever since the beginning of time? Like, the beginning of time. They've been using the Chaos Emeralds to trap Dark Gaia in and all this stuff. So, essentially, yeah, it's just, the Chaos Emeralds have been here a long time on this planet. Like, not just thousands, but millions and millions of years in this world, I'm assuming. And it's like, okay, so if this is millions and millions and millions and millions of years that these, things have happened. Oh, whoa, whoa. This has been going on, Dark Gaia versus Light Gaia, for millions of years. Then these would have to be millions of years. And what kind of rocks are they using that can last that long without any fossilization? No, because these are above ground. These can't fossilize. Oh man, I wish there was a music note up here. But, what are they using? Um, so obviously, my theory is this, and this is just my fan theory, self-proclaimed fan theory that I decided to invent just to fix my issues because I have my own opinion on it.
You stray from the path.
You're dead.
Turn back. Complete your mission.
But so my like major fan theory here is that the Chaos Emeralds did come from this world, and that was just an oversight of Sonic and Tails. But they went to that other world for like who knows how long since Dark Gaia and Light Gaia since Dark Gaia and Light Gaia only fight each other like once every like wait, did it automatically go did it not loop on it? What? But apparently um I'm thinking that since like probably Light and Dark Gaia don't fight each other for like thousands of years separate, if not millions. Like there's always a 1,000 to 1,000,000 year gap between Light Gaia and Dark Gaia's battles. I'm thinking that, that's enough time for the Chaos Emeralds to have somehow ended up on the Ancient's planet. And, some sort of twist of fate brings them back. I mean, it's an interesting concept. I think that would be fun to explore. And since I got my own avatar, maybe I can write a fan fiction exploring it with my canonical avatar. So if I write it, it becomes canon. I don't know. No, because it could be fanon with my avatar, but don't I get to control what's canon with my own avatar? I don't know. Maybe my character can explore that idea. And that's kind of sidetracked about this whole. Well, I mean, technically not. It kind of does bring up the point of how consistent is this game with the lore of Sonic. So, actually, yeah, there is something to it. It does raise new questions about the canon of Sonic games. Um, yeah. So there are two other subjects I want to discuss. So, like this whole open world thing, it's cool, I guess. I actually don't feel like this is the best place to discuss it, so I'm gonna go to another island that's kind of like just a repeat island. Um, I'm gonna discuss it here because why not? I get to choose where I discuss it. So we're going to Uranus Island because that's I think the oh my God. Wait a second. These the grass blotched hair are like they're kind of not close together in some places. But I mean, these grass blotches are what they have in the other versions. The on the more fancy systems. Blah blah blah. But yeah, because it seems like they just have the regular ground texture, but not that much actual glass. So why do we get the Kronos? Why do we get Kronos Island's movement music here? I don't want to fight those guys. You just want to explore, maybe get a few musical notes here and there. What's really strange is I think there's more than one spot on this island. But, yeah, there's some cool platforming stuff. So I'm gonna mention this. So I guess it's kind of like, I wish there could be a way where there's kind of like open world, but at the same time a kind of level format, you know? 'Cause we wanted and there are some cool platforming elements in this, but it's kind of like, okay, so we're exploring here, okay? And then we see these platforms. I'm not, okay, I can only get up to that if I'm But, yeah, we see these platforms, and these platforms are all elevated, so it kind of like, I don't know. We have all these cool environments. Explore these environments, yippee. But in order to, the platforming elements, we kind of like, all the platforming elements seem like they're elevated and like, they separate them from the rest of the experience. Like, in order to get on these platforms, we're like jumping on these random platforms that, you know, we're thrown above the arena. It's like these platform places, in order to get us into a platforming mode, we have to like elevate ourselves. We're not like actually traveling the ground. We have to get on these platforms that they're not even like these ruin pieces. Those ruin pieces are kind of like, you know, we don't get to climb that way normally. We might be able to, but like we're climbing on these platforms. They seem completely separate from the environment, and they give us these in order to you know, give us some platforming modes, which, you know, we want these platforming modes. Not gonna deny we want these platforming modes, but it just kind of feels like we have to jump away from this whole environment to explore these platforms. These places that we want to explore, they're just, well, yeah, like we don't get to be on ground level to explore. And it's like, whoa, that's a weird place to land me. So, I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, these places up here aren't cool. Like, it's cool to explore these areas, but like, okay, we have this map. Everything in this map, you know, just explore. That's fun, right? And it's like, to some degree, yes, but I wish there could be like some offshoots where it's kind of like, you know, where there is just a place where we can do like level format. Like, you know, there could be like places at the edge of the maps, you know, that you would just like, okay, so we reach the end of this island, but wait, they add a little bit more, but it's kind of like a level section that goes out beyond this area. Um, so yeah, like just kind of like, okay, we reach here, and then there's more, like this island. Let's take this island, this small little island. Okay, that's kind of straightforward. It's kind of an offshoot from the map. But what if instead of this little island, we have a level kind of area? You know, where, you know, we don't have to be able to get to the top of every single cliff. We can just, like, you know, run through areas that, you know, maybe just stretch, you know, their like level pathways and stuff. Um, so like, you know, just like we have the main central map. Like, yes, we have the main central map. And then we have levels shooting off from the map. Like, like, let's say that this was the edge of the map. Let's say we explore here. And wait, there's the edge of the map. It's not the edge of the island, but, there's this cliff wall here. Let's just pretend, because basically on Kronos Island, yes, there's Rhea Island on the other side of Kronos Island. But, like, right here, we see this cliff wall. And it's like, wait, what if there's this opening in this cliff wall where we can go to a level beyond it? And what is on the open world on the other sides of this don't matter. Like, we get this whole open world area now. And then we can go into this cliff. And then inside this cliff, or, well, this area open in the cliff, we get a huge level with lots of platforming, consistent with the environment that we're exploring. There's this YouTube video I saw. I saw this YouTube video, and it was just like, kind of, somebody did Station Square, from Sonic Adventure, and, they had somehow put Station Square and, the ocean level of Sonic Adventure into Sonic Frontiers. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. And it's like, okay, so, in Sonic Adventure, it's kind of an open world. We explore the city, and then when we reach the, different areas, oh, that's pixelated a lot. Wow. But when we explore different areas of the city, we can explore the city, and then there's the Wave Ocean, I think it is. And so we go to Wave Ocean, and, it's just like shoots right off from Station Square. You don't have to change maps, you don't have to go to a different map. But we get to explore Wave Ocean, and, get to go on that adventure. I think it's just if you look up Wave Ocean and Sonic Frontiers, you may find it. And that's just kind of a vision of what I would have loved, Sonic Frontiers to be. Kind of just like, we have this central open world lava area. And then we have offshoots of levels that are kind of connected to the map, but, in similar Sonic format. But yeah, and like, and yes, I would mean more creation, but it wouldn't necessarily. Okay, so this is where it gets, this is where the, oh, it's not Wave Ocean, that's Wave Ocean is Sonic 2006, which also was semi-open world. So that leads me to the final subject. So yeah, like, instead of offshoots, this leads me to, let's see, the cyberchase level. Cyberchase, we're moving. Cyberspace. Sorry. Now it's time for cyberspace. And there is a little bit of exploration components here that, I don't know. So we have these levels. I totally think this is where, I think that a kind of comes in. Okay, so these are the classic Sonic levels. And, it's nice to have classic Sonic levels with, we get to explore levels. Okay, that was not the right thing to do. But, I guess, we have these levels. The biggest problem with these levels is that, okay, so we have Sonic Frontiers. We have these cool environments for Sonic Frontiers. But now, we go into these cyberspace levels, and I get how it's important to the plot. Like, Sonic is revisiting places that he was at before. So, I mean, it's important, but it's like, I don't know. We have all these environments that, you know, why don't we have our levels based off the environments we're exploring? Like, we have these cool grasslands from this island, and why are we going back to Chemical Plant and, why are we going back to Chemical Plant and, I mean, these places are cool. I'm gonna admit it, but they're older Sonic games. They're not what we've been like, you know, these places can be cool, and I'm not gonna say they're not. Why are we going back to, you know, Sonic Generations levels, you know? Like, it just seems like lately we can't, like, just, you know... And this was also a comment, about, like, you know, we've seen a lot of Green Hill, we've seen a lot of Chemical Plant, we've seen a lot of Sky Sanctuary, and I believe that they said they would, you know, maybe, you know, that's something to, like, address in future Sonic games. It's like, okay, we have these locations, these cool locations. Why are we exploring? Why are we exploring, you know, why are the levels we're getting places from Sonic's past when we've already kind of done that whole thing with Sonic Generations? Why are we the levels? Why are we just repeating levels? And it's like, instead, why don't we just base these levels off of the environment, you know, that we're in? You know? Why don't, like, if we're in... Or... What? Why can't our levels be why can't they be grassland? If we're on Ares Island, why not desert? Like, why can't the levels be consistent with the environment that the level's located in? Oh, wow. Like, you know, and Island could have volcanic places. Like, just go with all these different, like, locations. Wow, that did not go well at all. But, like, you see, we got this cool idea of exploring these levels. So, we have these levels, explore them, and then... to do this. If I didn't... I could have made it. But, yeah. Why can't those levels be consistent with, like, the environment we're in? And, you know, be part of the actual exploration. And, like I was saying, instead of even levels, we could just have offshoots. Like, instead of going to cyberspace, which I get how it's important in this game, like, cyberspace kind of does connect to the whole plot line. And, they put it in the game well, so it's not, like, totally out there. So, it works story-wise. So, it's not, like, totally horrible. It's just like, you know, why can't we explore these different locations? Why are we going back to Green Hill? And maybe even instead of portals, which, you know, they could totally still do portals, but the offshoot idea, like offshoots into different adventures, I think that would be the ideal way to do it. Just like if we could just have, you know, offshoots of, and these are pretty cool platforming adventures, I think. I think Sonic, I think this island kind of perfects the platforming style of this island, even if it's, you know, not ideal that we have to be separated from the rest of the level. But yeah, instead of cyberspace, we could have like offshoots, different offshoots, and you know, we gotta get keys to unlock doorways to unlock them. And maybe that's not for the style of this game, but maybe for future games, that could be the approach. Like, yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be for this game in general. Like, this game is complete, and you know, we gotta just accept that whatever it has here is what it's gonna have. So, I'm not saying that they should, like, what they have in this game is what they have. And, unfortunately, unfortunately, whatever that means is what it is. Wait, I can walk upside down on that wall? Oh boy. Is that really the truth? Can I really go on these? Ah! Wow, okay. That's cool. And this is, you know, like, what's up here? There could be something up here, something cool, something important to the game to explore, you know, maybe. Oh no, I don't want to fight this bad guy, no! I'm just exploring. But you know, it's like, kind of just, yeah, what's up here? It's just a fun thing. Is there any bonuses, anything? Just an upside down area that I can run upside down on. Fun, but non-substantial for the game. So I do actually think this island is kind of better than even Kronos Island, except the only problem is that it's just a repeat of, it's like a better version of Kronos Island. It's not its own unique island. It's just an island that is based off of another island, and that's kind of sad. Yeah, that's what I want. And I want that too. So there's a lot of creativity here too. So, and I like the creativity. I just wish that this was not the ending. Like, the cyberspace levels just could be an expansion of the worlds that we're exploring. And I think that at least for future games, that would be great. But I don't know. It kind of just makes it. Oh, these Coco are happy. I don't know if I want to pick them up or not. Sky Sanctuary. Yeah. Oh wait, this is not. This music is not. Act 1. I mean, this is not the music from Kronos Island right now. So I don't know. But I thought Kronos Island does play sometimes. This music is so out there. It does not fit here at all. But yeah, this seems like you're exploring Mystic Ruins, though this music is fun. But, so yeah, I think that, to leave the kind of potential that, you know, explore those offshoots, you know, have the levels of offshoots of the main island. Yeah, and so I think that actually concludes what I'm trying to say. Other than just a simple, like, I think the simple, thing, I kind of feel like these places are kind of, and this is probably most certainly just for this game. So, I'm not gonna say because it's like these are abandoned islands with ancient, like everything here is like that a big portal. See, there's two big portals over here. Oh, that's not a big portal. That's a bad guy. But I think the thing here is that this place is abandoned, and that's obviously part of the plot. But I mean, I don't know. There are kind of just a few things to do here, and then you know, talk to your one friend. Collect tokens, talk to your friend, go to cyberspace levels, which kind of unlock doors to further explore the rest of the island. Um, so you get tokens, um, talk to friends, and then go to cyberspace levels, and which is not necessarily a bad thing. You unlock keys, unlock chaos emeralds, but I think there could be like more, like not in this game because obviously we're exploring like abandoned areas. But I think like, in other of the open world style Sonic games, there are multiple characters to talk to that had various side quests, and I think that would be fun if they like explored that in future like games in this style. If the games that they want to, since they want to continue with this style, I'm not saying that this, you know, I think that this definitely, if they want to continue doing it like this, they should definitely continue. But I think that there's just like some changes that could be made, and this is probably just, I'm guessing this is just like, I don't know why that music doesn't play on loop. But there's a lot of that was deadly. That was brutal. And I think this, maybe they're just, using this game to kind of explore the potential. Like maybe they didn't need to have it perfected right away. Maybe this is just like, this is more of a preview of what they could potentially do in future games. This does not have to be the, you know, this does not have to be the only like, and they do have updates coming, so that's kind of cool. This doesn't have to be the only way that, future Sonic games are entirely. Like, they get some elements in place to kind of establish an open world style, and they can continue off of that. But yeah, I really think that the main thing is that, levels could be based off of the environments that we're exploring, like the cyberspace level, whether they're cyberspace levels or bringing the Sonic characters into, you know, more environments. Like, we could have. And this is not more than just kind of. I don't want to just. Way they. Uh, I don't want to like say, oh yeah, Sonic's gonna know. Oh no, John. Because I don't think they did. I just think that they, you know, quite live up to the full potential of the concept. And I just there's something more that we could see, I guess. No, that cocoa man, rough. Did I leave one? There's two fishing spots. It's weird. I know I know that already, but still. Oh yeah, I caught one. I don't know if there's more than one though. But yeah, I just guess I wish there was just a little bit more to add to what we already have, to put a little bit more explorational elements to, or not everything has to be open world. Like there can be like some areas that aren't open world, some areas that are. It's the kind of thing that, there can be various open world elements that, oh, there is big in this game, so that's fun too. There can be open world elements, and then, like there can be areas where there are some areas, like, when you go underground. Like, I don't know. Like, just some areas where you jump away from the map every once in a while. Not everything has to be, like, tied to a map and having, like, something in every level of the map. Like, just able to, like, I don't know, level through it. Yeah. Rare Island could definitely have been marketed as an expansion of the main island. And then, I don't know, every island should have had its own environment. And, more characters probably. Just like Raya Island could have also had a little bit more going on with it. Then I'm just talking to myself. I mean, I'm just kind of on repeat now, aren't I? I don't know. But yeah, this area has fun platforming. Um, and I like that. I just don't think all of it needs to be like, why do we have to get onto elevated platforms for the platforming? Why can't this be like regular ground level where we do some of these stuff? And I think it's because, we have to have a flat ground for a regular map. If we had ground going up in that kind of pattern, then, there'd be all these other areas, and it's like, how do we explore those? Like, making it a platform just makes it where you don't necessarily have to explore every single angle of it. And, maybe you don't have to in every single game. You can just have areas that you can run up and stuff, and slopes and loops in this kind of. I just think there could be just a little bit more to. Add a little bit more to this. Not every area needs to be part of a big schemy thingy, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying in that way, but I mean, maybe want to be more, more exercise, not required. Because it's like, am I 100% complete with the game when you just, you complete the game and you don't have anything to go back for because you've pretty much, picked up everything because you had to complete the game. Like, this could have been they could have had a jungle environment, So I'm not gonna say that this game is bad. It's just not. It's definitely not bad. It's just I would like to see a little bit more with future Sonic games. Explore the potential of this open world setup a little bit more. Not every area of the map has to be open world. Like there can be some open world areas and then some non-open world areas of the map. There can be some cliffs that you can't climb that just, some mountains that are too high to climb and, just serve as kind of like barriers for like, the full path of the level. Some tunnels underground. Like we have a few of those that lead to some platforming sections. Not everything has to be like fully connected into the big like platforming scheme. And that's just my thought for what they should do to improve this. Um, we could have, and like, if we are going with the whole open world, yeah, it doesn't need to just necessarily be all just nature. We could have like, why not an open world of Chemical Plant? I mean, not saying that they should do Chemical Plant and Green Hill and all that stuff all over again. They've done those a lot. Yeah, but why can't we have like locations like that, Casinopolis or whatever from Sonic Heroes? Why can't we build those into open world maps? Um, and then yeah, there's definitely a different style between levels and open world. But I wish there could kind of be like more of a like, you know, like just kind of mash up some of the ideas. So I just think that's what Sonic Team can do next, and yeah, um, I think that they have a good start with Sonic Frontiers, but I think that I think that there is still a point where you're like, is this it? Could there be more? And I think definitely there could be more. I think that eventually, I'd like to see, yeah, maybe even just more side quests or stuff. I don't know. But exploring could unlock different offshoots that lead to levels and stuff, which kind of does happen, but they're kind of like all Garrett oriented here. Um, but yeah, I think this has been way too long of a thing. I might just upload this as a regular video, because yes, even though it's still gonna stay on live, unfortunately, if it stays just on live, it's probably not gonna, it's probably just gonna be like completely like, oh yeah, he's no longer live streaming it. It's not important anymore. When I feel like this is like, I feel like what I have to say is more than just a live stream for the moment. I feel like this is kind of like something that I would like to, keep as part of, a long term. And yes, the live streams exist. Ooh, that's a lot. That's hard. Live streams exist in kind of a larger format, I guess. It's just fortunately the graph looks a little bit more rough in the Switch version though than the PlayStation version, but or Xboxy version. But I'm not gonna buy one of those systems just to get fancier graphs. Um, but yeah, I want to keep this up as more than just like a live stream. I want this to be like, something that can be looked back at and go like, yeah, no, that's good thoughts. It's more of a, Yeah, it's less of a live stream. I'm just live streaming it because in more of a discussion video. Um, but I'm just live streaming it because I don't know what resources I have to, I don't know if I can just record it easily. But I might re-upload this and see how it goes. I actually don't even know. This might be a super big download and I may not even be able to do anything with it. I'm gonna get one more musical note before I get off. One musical note is enough to do an entire song. Yeah, like maybe have more of Sonic's friends hanging about. Maybe even after completing the game, like, you know, Sonic's friends come and visit this place. Although technically you're never really complete with this game. Because there's I only have 5 Chaos Emeralds here. And I never say that I have all the Chaos Emeralds on this island because also I don't think oh yeah, that's another point to make. There's the ending of the game, the bad guy at the end. I just don't feel like, you know, they said that it's up there with Gaia, and then like, you know, the bad guy is kind of up there with Gaia as the bad guy is up there with Gaia as like the skill or, you know, dangerous, and it was nothing. Like Gaia was just, you know, kind of I mean, this bad guy was pretty easy to defeat. It's like, you know, and you have to be in hard mode, not even medium mode. You have to be in specifically hard mode to do the full boss fight, and the boss fight's not really like a regular. Whoa. Boss fight's not even, you know, it's not even the, it's just like a shootout, but, you know, you have to be in hard mode for that to even be available, I hear. Like, so me, who's playing in normal mode, apparently misses out on the full boss fight. And it's like the final boss is just, you know, like the pre-boss, the boss that you have to fight to get the vessel, to fight the main boss, and then automatically you're using the same Chaos Emeralds that you used beforehand, and you're suddenly bursting through the moon. Like and Boon Choi or something, and with no consequence, um, automatically. And it's like that's not. I mean, I thought I had to click the Y button like 60 times in like 10 seconds, like, and I was doing it wrong. So apparently, good thing. I thought I wouldn't even be able to complete the game, but I was doing it wrong, and then it turned out to be too easy. And it's like, no, I wish it could be like if this is gonna be as big as Dark Gaia, and the climax should be as hard as a Dark Gaia climax, minus the clicking the X button 60 times in 10 seconds. That's impossible. I'm sorry, only my mom can do that. A normal game player like me does not have the muscles to do that. My muscles don't work right, so I can't do that. But I thought I was going to be trapped and not able to do that, and because we have had to click the Y button a bunch of times super quickly in this game before, and I was like really expecting that, and it was just, you know, just click it once at the right time, and then that turned out to be too easy. So I wish we could have had what people were calling the Space Invaders ending, but I wasn't in the mode. I was on normal mode, which normal mode should be the full game, and hard mode should be a little bit extra. And apparently, normal mode wasn't even that because normal is supposed to be normal, like the way it's supposed to be, I guess. And it wasn't. They just, and so it's just like the end, boom, okay, the end of the game. Wow, that was super hard. And it's like, we get the pre boss, and the pre boss is harder than the final boss. Yeah. And so that's kind of a disappointment too. There. Mm. But yeah. There's supposed to be more coming from this updates, which are going to be good, I think. But it's still like the main game's already over, and I just wish there was a bit more to it.
You can't just take control of that last Titan, can you?
And she does.
Made multiple attempts, but all failed.
You gotta
This
beat
is
him up.
the last one, right? I don't want any more surprises.
I can confirm only 4 were constructed.
Well, then let's
Neat.
do it to it. We're out of time. We've got to save everyone,
Everywhere. All at once. I've never seen that movie, but why not? We gotta save everyone, everywhere, all at once. Yay, Night of the Wind. Do 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 do. See, this is the opening scene. Wait. D D D D. Oh, I accidentally played that song. There. But yeah, we got the music. I didn't know I could do that. Well, what did I just do? Did I earn something cool? Nope. I don't. No. Later there, yeah. I am. Oh, where am I? Oh, just under here. Where? Ooh, no, that's not. I don't know why I'm doing this. So. Like, naturally, part of the game. So I think that was what I've used. No! Yeah, cool. Why can't we get open world? And you could also have different areas where there's kind of like non-open world areas connecting open world areas. I don't know. Like level-like platformings connecting open world sections. I don't know. Why does a jukebox do what it does? Oh. Music playback. Song. Yes, that's what I want. If I choose a song, I want to play that one song. But I'm gonna go back to my default. But yeah, I guess that's about all right now. I hope you enjoyed my discussion, and I hope you are tragedy-fied. Okay, and if that's everything, I hope that you enjoy, and bye-ish.